at the point where we are just deporting people to their deaths. Let's go, U.S. government. I love my country, Cameroon. So, U.S. deported a gay asylum seeker to a third country where homosexuality is illegal. And he's a known gay person, too. Being gay in Morocco is illegal and punishable by up to 3 years in prison, but it was the violence from her family that forced Fahada, 21-year-old gay woman, to flee the country after a long journey to the United States, um, and a third country deportation by the Trump administration. She's now back in Morocco and in hiding. It's hard to live and work with fear of being tracked once again by my family. She told AP. Rare testimony: the person deported via third country despite having protection orders from a U.S. immigration judge, but there's nothing I can do. I have to work. Have to work, because otherwise you'll die. Farah said she was beaten by her family and family of partner when they found out about their relationship. She was kicked out of the family home, fled with her partner to another city. She said her family found her and tried to kill her. Actually fucking insane fucking human beings. Evil human beings. Through a friend, she and her partner heard about the opportunity to get visas to Brazil and fly there and reaching the United States, where they had friends from Brazil. She trekked through 6 countries for weeks to reach the U.S. border, where they asked for asylum. When we arrived, it felt like it was worth the trouble, and then we got to our goal. But instead of finding the freedom herself, she was detained for almost a year, first in Arizona, then Louisiana. She was denied an asylum, but in August she received a protection order from a U.S. judge who ruled she could not be deported to Morocco because that would endanger her life. Her partner denied an asylum, and a protection order was deported. Laura said that she was 3 days from hearing and release. Never visited one where homosexuality is legal. So she was deported to Cameroon. Yeah, let's go. They asked me if I wanted to stay in Cameroon. I told them that I can't stay in Cameroon the rest of my life in a place that would still be endangered. Flown to Morocco. Most deportees have protection orders. Yeah, I mean, they don't care about the protection orders. Once they're out of the country, the Trump admin is doing nothing to ensure the safety of the people that they're deporting. They don't give a fuck. They just need to see a big number. Sent home was effectively a legal loophole by deporting them to Cameroon, giving them no opportunity to contest being sent to a country whose government hoped to quietly send them back to the very countries they face grave danger. The U.S. not only violated their due process rights, but our own immigration laws, no obligation, or our obligation under international treaties, and even DHS's own procedures. With this, why are we rationalizing this? They obviously don't give a fuck. 8 of the deportees, the first flight in January, including Farah, received judge protection order. An immigrant lawyer with the U.S. Novo Legal Group, who has helped deportees and verified Farah's case. The AP spoke to the woman in Ghana and woman from Congo. Both said they had protection orders, speaking on a condition of anonymity for fear of retaliation. I can't imagine how fucking terrifying it would be for these people to get deported to countries where they're going to be just persecuted. Honestly, and especially with a bunch of African countries, like, you'll just be killed. If you're queer, you'll just die. ICE deports woman to Morocco. ICE deports gay person to Cameroon. Wow, they really do not care about gay people. I mean, I guess the Washington Post has a segment about it, but they're definitely not going to talk about it publicly. First region of graduate access, or they were given 2 impossible choices. This before lawyer had access to them. She said the International Organization for Migration staff in the facility did not give them any indication there was a viable option than going back to their home countries. Aware of the removal of migrants from the United States of America to some African countries, and that it works with people facing difficult decisions on whether to return to their country of origin. I was trying to find. Yes. Yeah, no, the US pays these like evil fucking countries with evil people running them millions and millions of dollars to take their migrants, and then those countries will then send them to their home country. Because a lot of these countries, like with Farah's case, she can't go back. She can't be deported to Morocco, so they're going to deport her to Cameroon. Cameroon gets paid for it, and then Cameroon sends her. Yes, it costs the country money, but less than they're getting paid to Morocco. USA is built on immigration and by immigrant laborers. We're clearly not all threats. What was done to me was unfair. Yeah. Every single one of these human beings that are deporting people, I don't even understand it. You know that you're going to be deporting somebody to a country where they're going to be facing death and any sort of like attack on their life, and you're just like, yeah, let's go. And a lot of these people, unfortunately, are going to end up dying in these countries, and it's going to be nobody's fault but the US's. And every single person. I blame every single person who voted for Trump. I'm sorry, this is on you. This is your fault, your responsibility, and you need to take ownership for your choices. The deaths of hundreds of millions of people due to deportation to illegal countries, areas where they're in danger, cuts to U.S. aid, cuts to foreign aid, cuts to environmental protectionism, like all of that is the fault of anybody who voted for Trump. And I have no sympathy. And you need to take ownership of that. Don't be quiet. Everyone's trying, like, there are so many people nowadays that are trying to be quiet about their fact that they voted for Trump. Like, they're trying to be like, oh, well, I voted for Trump, but I regret it. Like, dude, I'm sorry you regret it, but this is so obvious. It is your fault you weren't smart enough to understand the danger you were putting hundreds of millions of people in, because they weren't subtle about this. They said it very vocally what they were going to do, and you endorsed it. Sucks, but it's your fault. Your fault. Hundreds of millions of people are going to die. And also, don't let people walk away from this conversation either. Like, make people feel ashamed for voting for Trump. Seriously. Make people feel disgusting for voting for Trump.